Ask not what your subconscious can do for you, but what you can do for your subconscious. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Erienne Weine and I am your host on our journey through the subconscious to heal it all the way to wholeness. What we're talking about today is what being whole subconsciously actually looks like and feels like, which I feel is a very much needed topic in the realm of healing the mind. Why are we healing this thing? So that we can dig ourselves out of the pit of hell of mental health issues? And then what? Well, this is the other side of the coin. When you are living in mental wellness, your mind is doing so much more for you than keeping you safe. Keeping you safe is the baseline that your mind is going for. And once it has that, you are going to go to the next level. And that is what we are focusing on. When you have a subconscious that is healthy, that means you have a subconscious mind that, one, isn't being attacked, isn't forcing its energy out to try to make things happen in the world and survive. You have a subconscious that is able to maintain safety. And from this space, you are able to open your mind. Suddenly, life gets richer. Your senses sink in deeper. The world is brighter. Sounds are more clear. Colors are more crisp. You feel more deeply. And it goes so much further than that. Your mind is able to expand. You're able to see new possibilities for yourself and actually take those pathways in life. Maybe you're able to travel, go somewhere new, or you simply take a different pathway home. You're open to talking to a different level of person than you're used to interacting with. You don't see the little challenges in life as a threat to your well-being, but just as a bump in the road that obviously you're going to go down. You ever wonder how people have those positive mindsets? Well, honestly, usually those people have been through it and have chosen to heal. And that's what we're doing for ourselves. That's what we're doing in this video. We're taking ourselves from the realm of living, trying not to fall into mental health issues, which, to be honest, if you're watching this video, you're probably already excellent at that. You're probably already great at making sure your mental health doesn't plummet and stay low. Or you know what to do, and sometimes it drops and you're like, okay, I'll figure this out. You're already good at bringing yourself back up to okay. But now I want something better for you. It's time for us to want better for ourselves. It's time for us to want more than just okay. And it's okay to want more than just okay. It's okay to want mental wellness. So let's explore a few things that you can do for your subconscious to help it, to assist it, to feed it, to give it what it needs, to create a life that is just naturally mentally well, mentally thriving for you. And the first one we've actually already been talking about, which is giving your subconscious what it needs to know it's okay to turn off survival mode. Now, you might be saying, but Professor, I can't turn off survival mode. So how am I supposed to just tell my subconscious to do that? So two things. One, there's different levels of survival in this world. One of the levels that you might be at when you are able to take a break and watch a video like this is you might be at the level of survival where you're pretty generally sure your basic needs are going to be met for the next somewhat chunk of time. You don't know about forever, but this little chunk of time you're existing in right now, your basic needs are met. And you just don't have the stability to know that it's okay to let go of the survival mindset. And I'm not saying your subconscious is crazy. I'm saying your life hasn't given you that, right? So how are you ever going to get out of the hamster wheel of chasing survival if life doesn't hand you okayness? So the first thing that you can do is let your subconscious know it's okay to take a break, not forever, just take a break from survival. Tell your mind, we can always turn this back on later. Don't you do this like every weekend? Don't you have periods of time where you give yourself permission to turn off survival mindset? I know culturally we're supposed to turn it off on the weekend and turn it back on Monday, which is where the Sunday scaries come from, in my opinion. You need to give more of that permission to yourself. I usually give myself something like 3 hours a day. Like, Erienne, we can panic for 3 hours a day, and then, you got to stop. If that panic, I tell myself, if that panic hasn't helped you by now, then we got to try something else. If living in panic, stress, and fear hasn't gotten you out of panic, stress, and fear, it's time to try something else. And one of the things that you can try is to say, I'm going to take this piece of stability I have right here and just be stable on it. I'm just going to sit here on this stability for 1 second. Just imagine you're sitting on a floating rock in space and it might blow up at any moment. Or it might never blow up for 1,000,000 years and you just don't know. What are you going to do? Sit there every second like it might blow up, might blow up, might blow up, might blow up? No. You just have to let go and accept that you get to experience floating through space on your own personal rock, and at some point it'll end. It has nothing to do with you. Okay? Give your mind at least some pockets to not be stressed out, to not be living with survival mindset. And so this brings us to the second idea. I'm just trying to float out here between the two of us is ideas that are going to help us have the mental wellness. Because let's be honest about something very real for a second. If the world was a safe space, there would be no need for this. If the world was actually stable and safe for us, then we wouldn't need to trick our mind into having times of stability and safety. But the truth is, I truly believe that we, in our lifetimes, are going to be able to create the foundation of a stable, safe world for humanity. And in order to do that, we have to start with ourselves. You have to start with the only thing that you have, which is your own self, which is your own body. I mean, that's why we're all doing this work. Hint, that's why collectively we're all doing the work of nervous system regulation. What we're actually doing is we're calming ourselves down, we're regulating our own bodies to be okay in this moment, even though the world underneath us is unstable, right? Because 1, the world has been really unstable for a lot of us for a long time, and 2, a lot of us sense the world is constantly showing us it could get even more unstable. So we, as a collective, if you've gotten into nervous system regulation, self-care, you watch videos about mental wellness, you are part of the wave of humans who are choosing, hey, we're going to do better. We're the ones who are alive right now. And a part of you at the back of your mind knows this, but a part of you at the front of your mind doesn't know, is it okay to shut off? Oh, what's going to happen? That doesn't mean that part of your mind that's panicked is wrong. It just means it hasn't received what it needs to know it's okay to get grounded now. It's okay to get stable. You gotta stop waiting for the circumstances out there. You gotta stop waiting for that thing outside of you to finally make it okay. We are not children anymore, okay? And if you are a child watching this video, that's freaking crazy. You're not a child anymore, okay? And also, if you're watching this channel, you probably had a childhood that wasn't stable anyway. Okay? Who had an unstable childhood? Raise your hand. Yeah, I see you in the back. I see you in the front. It's me too. Okay? And I also know a lot of us are working to create a stable world for the next generation, the one after that. It's so beautiful. The point is, that was me dancing around point 2. Point 2 is, let yourself create stability, even in an unstable world, even in an uncertain world. You need to cultivate the ability to bring yourself back home to yourself, to be in your body, to being able to feel your body, to being able to be okay doing nothing. Things like that. And one thing that helps a lot with this, which is my third idea for us, is to spend time in nature. Now, there's a lot of different ways to spend time in nature. But a really easy, simple one is just go outside and look at the sky. Go outside and touch a tree. Touch the grass. Put your feet down. You can watch anything that is natural and let your nervous system and your energy and your mind just sync up with what's happening in nature. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do for yourself. And also, as you spend more time in nature, nature's going to rub off on you. You're going to rub off on nature. You might make some friends. And nature can be a great ally for us in healing our mental wellness. For example, hearing birds chirping is a subconscious symbol to not just ourselves, but to many different species that it's safe, because when all the birds get quiet, it means there's a predator. And then when the predator goes, they start chirping again. So if you're hanging out outside, you hear the birds chirping, guess what? There's no predator. Subconsciously, you can relax. So let yourself get into more situations where nature is telling you you can relax, even if other sources might tell you you can't. Okay? So those are my 3 tips for getting your mind out of mental panic, out of mental stress, out of mental survival, feeding your subconscious situations that say it's okay to exit this. And now, what we're going to talk about next is what to do to stand on like a platform of mental wellness in your life. How do you actually stay balanced? How do you say, I'm up here, I'm not diving constantly under the waves. Oh, sometimes I'm in mental ill health. Sometimes I'm barely on the raft. How do you actually stay on top of the raft? How do you actually stay on the boat? How do you stay up here in mental wellness? I am so excited to talk about this, but I have so much to say that we are going to talk about it in the next video in this little mini series about what you can do for your subconscious. Because the main idea is we want to give our subconscious what it needs to thrive. And that's how we thrive, because our subconscious is what creates our mental world. All right, so join me in the next video in the series. There are also mental healing and mental resources available on my page if you'd like to go deeper. And I also want to let you know about my signature course, which may interest you, in which we learn the map of our subconscious and you use it to heal your mind to wholeness. It's an online course and an online healing community where we meet live and we do this thing together. And it's so much fun. It's my favorite place to be in the world. So I want to invite you in there and come join me for the next video where we are going to explore how to continue your mental wellness journey and actually be able to stand on the platform of mental wellness in this life. I love you. I believe in you, and I'll see you there.